Hello traders. So the S&P 500 has decided to drop even more today. So as you can see, the harmonic pattern indicator shows us that we are forming a cipher. So with the cipher, I did draw it out here in yellow. We can go to the 0.786, which would be in the 4,370 region. So just below that, we have the confluence with the weekly, which is at 4,363. Now, so for the moment, we are in the zone that I was looking for to buy the S&P 500, and I did. But I did put my stop loss here below point X, because what worries me a bit is this high selling volume. To me, it doesn't look that good, because what usually happens is that you sell off, you get a high selling volume, and then it will come down more just to check whether there's more selling liquidity, and if not, then it will go up. So yeah, it's the fact that there's so much transacted volume. It looks like it wants to go down further. So at least I would look at in the weekly over here. I don't see much other confluences anymore. So the volume profile here, let's remove this one. The volume profile doesn't offer much confluence. So yeah, if we go further down, then I will also be buying here around this weekly. Then the next one down would be the monthly. But then once we close below the point C here, so which is from the 1st of October, then it also doesn't look good. Also, the same as with Bitcoin, we have this long-term trend line, which I marked in red. We lost that one. So this is also not the most bullish chart you're looking at. So yeah, you can also see this as a range where we currently are. So you can draw a box like this. Let's see, it started even earlier. Yeah, so we find resistance, we come down, bottom of the range to the top of the range, bottom of the range, top of the range, we break through, and then we come down to test the top of the range as support, coming up, retesting again, coming up. And now it broke, and now we're in the range again. So it's also possible that we come down to the bottom of the range to retest it before coming up. So yeah, also here, just like with Bitcoin, there's a lot of space below. It's hard to say where we might go to from here. So let's have a look from the current value. So that would be another almost 4% to the downside. So yeah, with the risk management, it should be fine to have a 4% to the downside. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at for the moment. So close below here the point X, then we're also good to go lower. So also here. Okay. Yeah. So looks like we just bounced above. Let's remove harmonic pattern. Yeah, we just bounced above the P pivot. So yeah, there's still a few hours left. Who knows? Maybe we come further down to test that one, or if not today, then maybe on Monday. So yeah. Also here, not so clear cut. So we're gonna have to see what the reaction will be. So then gold. Okay, selling off a bit. We already have a nice uptrend, so nothing to worry about here. Also silver doing very nice. Slowly this resistance line is coming up. You can draw it like this, or you can draw it like this. Yeah, maybe this one looks better. Here we did close just below the trend line. Rejection, 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 rejection. And now we're getting close to it. So, but looking at the MACD, I already printed quite a lot of green candles, green bars. So we might retest it again in a wick, come down, and then it will be for the next wave that we break it. Let's see, DXY, nothing has changed for the moment. Alibaba coming down, but still in the green zone, so all is fine. And yeah, here is the confirmation that gold starts to perform better than the S&P 500. So we're coming down again. So yeah, I think the gold bucks will start to have their time. Zoom out to the monthly. So for this month alone, that's already 7%. So gold outperformed the S&P 500 by 7%. So this looks good. Yeah, then I got a question whether it would be good to short the vaccine manufacturers. So for J&J, yes, for sure. That's the one we're already looking at for quite a while. But shorting today is not a good idea. Look at the MACD. We are already for quite a while in a selling period, so we might be due for a bit of a relief rally. And actually today we did come all the way up to the yearly pivot and we got rejected from it, and that's interesting. So we're gonna have to see if the MACD starts to print green, where we would form our highs. If we would just be trending sideways, this would also make the MACD print green. So just be careful. We have the earnings coming up next week. This is it's a biotech company, so those stocks can be very volatile. So here, be careful. Maybe it's better to wait until we passed the 25th before taking a trade. Because the market sometimes does strange things. When the earnings are better than estimated, you can see that the price drops, or the opposite. So those are really days where market makers like to shake out the weak hands. So yeah, this is definitely one to watch, to short. I did it already in the past with options, but they already got expired, so I have taken my profits. Then let's have a look. Pfizer. That one was not so clear yet. I don't see any pattern coming up. We are in the yearly P pivot for the moment. Earnings are on the 8th of February, so we still have 2 weeks. But price did go lower, but your MACD did not go lower. So that's already a bullish indication. Volume-wise, nothing special. We also touched this naked point of control. Now, let's assume that today will be the low. Then we might look at the rally up to the golden zone. Maybe we will reach that on the earnings. Then maybe we might get a push up into the golden zone and then reject from it. If that would be the case, then we can maybe see this as an ABC correction. So then your one-to-one would be $49. So in that case, we're looking at 16% drop. But for now, I don't. This is not a good point to short, because also here you have this previous top. This can act as support. So even if we push a bit lower, this is definitely not a short over here. But yeah, we can watch what's going on here. So let's see. Let's add Pfizer to the list. And then we have Moderna, MRNA. I believe here the script was printing a harmonic pattern. Yeah, so deep crab, butterfly. Deep crabs, I really like to trade those. So it clearly show, because it clearly show oversold and overbought levels. So this is clearly oversold. This is just straight all the way down. But a deep crab can go up to the 1.618, so which would be over here. Was a confluence here. That's the pivot point from last year. So let's have a look how well. Let's hide again the harmonic pattern. So let's see how well this got respected. So here you start the year a bit. Let's see, 1st of January. 4th of January. Okay, we start 4th of January, we come down, we test the pivot, we find support. We go to the R1, find resistance, come down, again up, R1 is again resistance. We're coming down, we get through it. Then we end up at R2, where we couldn't get through on the 15th of July. But then after that, we go all the way up to the R3. You can see rejection, 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 rejection. And here, those two candles, 3 candles have support. And then we go all the way up to the R4. So the first one. And then for the second one, that one we didn't reach. And we're coming back down. Retest R3 as support, and then we did fall through. The retest of R3 becomes resistance. Selling off, and yeah, oh, look at this, look at those gaps here. So yeah, be careful with gaps. Don't trade too much money on this one. This is quite a dangerous one. Your stop loss might never get hit because of those gaps. And then even on the way up, we are gapping. So all in all, it looks like the pivot gets respected. So I might expect that indeed we come to this pivot point from last year to find some support. So also let's have a look at the volume. Low volume earnings are in March, so that we're quite safe from that. Yeah, today's price action, we're at the bottom of the candle, so no rejection at all from these levels. So it looks like this one is coming down further. So shorting Moderna is also not a good point at this moment. And here we also have a range. So from here, like this. Yeah. So we can come down to the pivot point. Yeah, this would be the bottom of your range. So yeah, this one is definitely not a short, but it might be good to long this one if we start to come down in this region. So the monthly over here, or then the pivot over here, and the crab pattern still holds, then you get a nice trade. So let's have a look. This would be point C to point D. Crab pattern. Let's fatten this one up. So then you would look at oh wow, a 121% profit for take profit 1, and then take profit 2 if we ever get there would be 251%. But I doubt that we would get there, especially now that it's getting clear that the vaccines are not so effective, and countries are now starting to lessen the mandates. Also, like in the Czech Republic, the obligatory vaccination is now cancelled by the new government. Also in the UK, Boris Johnson stopped all restrictions regarding COVID. So yeah, I don't think we might get there. Let's see if we see it as an ABC correction. A, B, and then oh wow! Ah, look at this. We have the 1-to-1 there. Yeah. Okay. This is an interesting one. I'm gonna put an alert here. Let's put this one around here somewhere. So buy signal maybe. Create. Yeah. That's a trade I definitely would take. Let's see, long position. So we would go from here to here. And then your stop loss. Yeah, that's a bit a problem. Your stop loss, where will you place it? This is 36% to the downside if you would take the yearly S1 support pivot. But we're gonna, yeah, we can also see what the price reaction is here. If we get a nicely bullish candle, then you can say, okay, the low we just had, that will be where the stop loss will be. But I think if we put it below the P pivot, it would also be nice. So this like 13% to the downside would give us an almost 9 risk to reward ratio. So yeah, this looks good. Well, let's add this one as well. MRNA. Good. Then GDX. So I think I will go into this one maybe somewhere next week. How does it look on the weekly? MACD just started the first green bar. So on the daily, we're coming down now. So this is normal. We have this very long green candle. Now we're coming back to retest everything nice and easy. So yeah, I think next week somewhere we might find support, maybe on one of those naked point of controls. Let's see if we take it from this low to this high, and then we go for the golden zone. Yeah. Yeah, so the 30.5 region looks interesting. So I think this one will be an interesting one to ladder in. Just a buy order here, naked point of control, buy order here, naked point of control, buy order here, naked point of control, stop loss below this low. So yeah, this looks good. Nvidia. Yeah, here this one is in theory stopped out, but I'm keeping this one open because I would like to see what will happen next week, because I didn't see that before, but here we had a gap and this one got filled today, so probably we just pushed down to fill that gap and we might find support and go up from here. Also here we have this range that we were trading, so we might also push a little bit down to retest those highs. So basically this is a daily support. So 228.3. That's so. Yeah, if we close below this daily, then it's definitely KO, and we look for further to the downside. So the harmonic pattern we are printing here. Let's see. So it's a bat. A bat can go. So it's already valid, but it can go down also to the 0.886, which would be confluence with the R2 pivot from last year. So you see we would end up smack down in the middle. So yeah, then I prefer to be stopped out here below the daily and then to fill in my orders again a bit below. So yeah, this one is also interesting to watch next week, what the price action will be. Yeah, this is Pfizer. Okay, then the Boston Beer Company. We just lost a little bit, 1.76. So we're in the red, but not stopped out yet. So crap and bat pattern are still valid. And then there was another one. Yeah, the Hang Seng Index. So here we had this white resistance line. Maybe I'll put this one in green now because it looks like it will be support. So you have your high over here, and then let's remove the harmonic pattern. So resistance, go above, get rejected, below again, resistance all the time, pushed up again, couple of days above, and then we're coming down again. Resistance, down, retest, resistance for a couple of days. Same here again, down, resistance. And then this is what happened on the 20th of January, and we pushed up. So now we're gonna see what will happen with the retest, whether this time we can hold it or do we push lower. So for a moment you can see the P pivot, that's the yearly pivot, got rejected from it. So now the question is, how hard will we reject from here? So from the volume, it's hard to say. Nice buying volume. Selling volume is a bit less. So this is an interesting one to watch as well. And let's see whether we can draw some kind of now you can see it as a channel. So here we didn't, when we did come down here, we tested the monthly, did hold it here. We didn't retest the bottom anymore, and now it looks like a breakout. So this is also one to watch. Okay, and then the US Treasuries. So we were selling off all the way here. Now it looks like there's more demand again for bonds, so the interest rate is coming down. And next week the Fed will announce the interest rates, so that will be interesting to see how the market will react. But I think the markets will react bullish. It looks like they are pricing in now what will come. So they're already selling off now, and then when the interest rates will be announced, it will be bullish. So if what I think will happen, if the Fed says that they will increase the interest rate, I think first of all the market will sell off, because in theory that's something bearish, and it will sell off to shake out the weak hands. And then by the end of the day, you will see that you will see a bullish price action, or it will be the day after. So that will be an interesting day to watch. And then crude oil, just again the gift that keeps on giving. So pushing up again. So with the turtle strategy, so still going up nicely. So the stop loss here is at 81.9. If we close below 81.9, we're out of the trades. But so far it's all looking good. We have just taken out the previous highs. And then let's zoom out to the monthly just to see where we are in general. So this high is taken out. So now we're looking at the price action in this zone. This was a nice range. So I've set an alert here. So when we break 99, might be a good moment to already take some profit, because we're testing the bottom of this range. which was before the support every time. We did come below it, but we got never tested it as a resistance. So maybe it will happen now. So yeah. Okay, that's my take on the markets. See you on the next one. Bye bye.